Messing with a vehicle's successful reputation is a very risky move for any automotive manufacturer. Formerly known a couple of years ago as the G, which many people still know as Infiniti's sporty luxury coupe, the new Q60, which gets a redesign for 2017, is a huge improvement in styling, technology, and driving dynamics. So let's go ahead and check out and take a closer look at this 2017 Infiniti Q60. Now, if you didn't know, the Q60 name just came out a few years ago. However, the Q60 was formerly known as the G37, and when the G37 transitioned into the Q60, it still kept the same body style and the same overall design. However, finally, after about almost 10 years, Infiniti's sporty luxury coupe finally gets redesigned, and I really do love the new Q60 here, and I love the styling of the vehicle, especially when you get to the rear end. It's very sleek and modern, and it looks nothing like any other vehicle out there. Now, I also love the front end of the vehicle. It's very bold and aggressive, especially with the LED daytime running lights, and I love how the hood just bulges out. It gives this very aggressive appearance to the vehicle. Now, this color of the Q60 is known as the Majestic White. Beautiful looking color here, and it does have smart key access on both doors of the vehicle. And this is known as the stone leather interior. You have your power driver seat controls located down here. Power recline, power lumbar. And you can also get the Infiniti welcome lighting if you would like. Alright, now stepping on inside of the Q60 here, as you can see, it's a beautiful looking cabin design, and it takes after the Q50, which is basically the sedan variant of this. Love the high quality stitching on the dashboard. And then you also do have more stitching right here. Certainly one of the best looking interiors in the entry-level luxury coupe class. Now here goes the key fob design for the vehicle. It's your typical Nissan / Infiniti smart key. You have your remote engine start, your lock, unlock, release your trunk, and then your panic alarm. And then what's pretty cool about this key is that you have the Infiniti Intuition, which you can actually set driving preferences, climate, and things like that on the key, which is pretty cool. Now you do have push button ignition. Just put your foot on the brake and hit the button to start. And what you're hearing there is a 3-liter twin turbo V6. You have a full leather wrapped steering wheel, 7-speed automatic transmission. You also do have manual shiftability. And when you put the vehicle into reverse, this will tilt down the mirrors and then display your rear view camera with guidance lines. And then you also do have trajectory. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the headlights and the hazards. Both windows are automatic. Let's go ahead and pop up the hood and check out the engine bay. Heated exterior mirrors with LED turn signal indicators. And you have 19-inch alloy wheels. Coming up front, we have LED headlights and LED daytime running lights with LED turn signal indicators and LED fog lights. Powering the Q60 here is a revised V6 engine. Produces 300 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, and it's a 3-liter twin-turbo V6 and has EPA estimates of a pretty good 19 in the city and 28 on the highway. Now, if you want, you can go for a more fuel-efficient turbocharged 4-cylinder, and that looks to get up to 22 in the city and 30 on the highway, or you can go for a more powerful V6 engine that produces over 400 horsepower. But this V6 engine we have here should satisfy most consumers, as it does provide decent fuel efficiency as well as pretty good power. Competitors of the Q60 have the vehicles in the entry-level luxury coupe segment. This includes the likes of the BMW 4 Series, Mercedes-Benz C-Class Coupe, Lexus RC, and then the Audi A5. I love the front hood of the Q60 and how it bulges out. Gives it a pretty mean and aggressive look. Like I said, EPA estimates 19 city, 28 highway. Government 5-star safety ratings, hasn't been rated yet. Final assembly point is in Los Angeles. And then total vehicle price, $49,540. Coming to the rear of the Q60 here, we have LED taillights, LED turn signal indicators, and dual exhaust tips. Of course, you have all of your basic power necessities: power windows, door locks, power mirrors, memory seat settings for 2 people. Interior quality in the Q60 is much better than the previous generation. You have nice soft touch materials that abound everywhere inside of this vehicle, like on the upper door panel, mid door panel, and on the armrest. You also find stitching everywhere, of course. And then on top of the dashboard, it's a nice softly padded material. Build quality is pretty competitive too. No panel gaps inside of here, and everything feels pretty sturdy too. Overall, this interior is very competitive against other entry-level luxury coupes when it comes to its quality. Coming to the steering wheel design, I love the steering wheel here, and I love the 3-spoke design here. It's pretty sporty, has pretty nice grip. Coming over here, we have your steering wheel mounted audio controls, Bluetooth phone controls, voice recognition. Let's go ahead and test out the voice recognition.
You can interrupt voice prompts and speak a command immediately by pushing the talk.
Audio.
Audio. Please say or select an audio command from the displayed list.
FM 101.1.
Playing FM 101.1.
Overall, the voice recognition does work fairly well. And you do have a Bose audio sound system which provides crisp and clear audio quality. Over here, we also do have your cruise control buttons. Adaptive cruise control is also available. Auto dimming rearview mirror with garage home link. And then up here you have your sunglass container, LED map lights, and a SOS Safety Connect. Sunroof with your sunroof controls. One touch automatic, of course. Glove box compartment, lined with felt, pretty high quality there. And down here, find a little storage cubby, 12-volt power outlet. And you have dual cup holders. And then this right here is where you could select your different driving modes. Now your different driving modes do include Sport, Standard, Eco, Snow, and Personal. And basically you can configure the personal however you would like. And then you also do have your center console, which is soft touch, and then you have 2 USB charging ports, an SD card slot, then an auxiliary jack, and then you have a 12-volt power outlet too, and the center console is lined with felt. The seating comfort in the Q60 is extremely good. I really do like the side bolstering on the seats, and thigh support is excellent as well. And these seats will hold you in place when you're going around pretty sharp corners, which is nice. Visibility in the Q60 is okay. It's certainly not the best in the entry-level luxury coupe class, but you don't buy this vehicle to have good visibility. Now, You do have a decent amount of side glass area on the front windows. Seeing out the windshield is pretty good too. But when you get to rearward visibility, pretty big blind spot back there. But that's pretty much with every coupe. I mean, every coupe in the class is pretty much going to have that. You also do have heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. The climate controls in the Q60 are laid out in a little bit of a different way. Instead of being in a horizontal type way, it's in a vertical type way instead. But you have your fan speeds right here, and then your temperatures. It's pretty easy to use and pretty simple. And then on this side, you have your temperature for the passenger, and then your different zones as well. Coming to the gauges and the instrument cluster, we have a pretty traditional looking setup here. We have an LCD display in the center, and then on the left you will find your tachometer, coolant temperature, and on the right, speedometer and your fuel gauge. Now, coming to the center right here, it shows all of your vehicle information. It's controlled by these two buttons on the steering wheel right here. It shows you things like what driving mode you're in, and right now we're in personal. You have your average speed, fuel economy, your direction of travel, what radio station is playing or what song, your tire pressure, engine oil, any warning messages, and then your fuel range, average speed. Pretty simple overall. And then up here you have your digital clock and then your exterior temperature readout. Coming to the main infotainment system in the head unit, this is the Infiniti InTouch system, and I really haven't seen this system many times before, as Infiniti is still using on a lot of their vehicles the old outdated head unit. But this is a dual screen setup, kind of like how you'll find in Honda and Acuras. But down here you have a touchscreen, and these are actually both touchscreens, but you could control the top screen by this dial right here and the buttons surrounding it, which is pretty cool. But coming down here, this is all your apps, and you can enter in your destination for your navigation by going to street address, points of interest, or go home, and then you have your phone. Hook up your phone from here, shows you the device list, information. You have your fuel economy, gives you a little bar graph. Then you have your EcoDrive report, traffic information, map information. The responsiveness of this touchscreen is pretty cool, and what I do like about it is that you could swipe like this and it works like a tablet, which is nice. Then you have your InTouch services, like your destination send to car, journey planner, mobile info service, your my schedule, and your history too. And you have your settings, many different settings that you could change on here, from the Bluetooth, phone, mail, audio, volume adjustment, vehicle, your camera settings, drive mode enhancement, your Navi shift control. And then you have your Infiniti drive mode selector with your engine and your transmission. And then their steering. Active trace control, you can turn that on or off. And then you can reset the settings if you would like. And then you have your Infiniti Intuition, which you can link up with your intelligent key to set certain preferences with the driving modes or the climate controls. And then you have your Series XM info, automotive weather, 5-day forecast, current weather, and then fuel prices, sports, stocks, movie listings, all that good stuff here. Most of the time you will be using this screen instead of this one on the top. Then you have your clock, compass. Now you can also control the audio sources from this screen right here. Your different audio sources do include all of the norm, AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, your CD player with your optical disc drive, and then Bluetooth streaming audio, and then you have your USB port with iPod integration. And then you have your presets, and we also do have HD radio as well. And then you can also control your climate functions from here. You have your heated steering wheel, then your heated seats, and then your fan speeds that you can control from here too, if you don't want to do it by the physical buttons down here. Now coming to the screen on top, this is basically for your navigation system, and you control this by the dial right here, or you could do it by the touchscreen. And the map quality is okay. It's certainly not the best in the business. BMW, Mercedes, and Audi definitely do have better nav systems for their map quality, and the graphics are much better on those vehicles. However, this gets the job done. But you can enter in your destination by voice, of course, and it shows you your live traffic, and you can zoom in and out by the dial. Then you also do have, you could change the brightness on this screen as well. But this is basically mostly for your navigation system. Now, driving the Q60 here is a whole lot different than the vehicle it replaces. First off, what I really do love about this vehicle is the wide array of different driving modes to fit your particular driving preferences. And not a whole lot of other vehicles offer that, the wide array of driving modes that this vehicle offers. Now, many other vehicles in this class do have different driving modes, but not up to the degree that the Q60 does. It also feels much more nimble around corners than the previous generation, and I really do love the power as well from the twin-turbo V6. The fuel efficiency is also not too bad as well, and the 7-speed automatic transmission never hesitates to shift. Overall, driving the Q60, it's one of the best driving vehicles in the entry-level luxury coupe class. The ride quality is also pretty good too, as it soaks up road bumps with luxury car ease. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and shut down the Q60. Let's go ahead and check out the rest of the vehicle. Not a whole lot of trunk space in the Q60 here, but this vehicle really isn't meant for utility, of course. Then you have your cargo net and your Q60 floor mats. It's a pretty small trunk lid. Powered passenger seat with power recline. Now, getting into the rear of the Q60 is a pretty easy mechanism. Just pull this lever up right here and push this button, and the seat will pull right forward for you. Now, sitting back here in the Q60, if I did have the seat all the way back, it's really tight back here. If you're looking for the most rear seat space, definitely check out the BMW 4 Series. So I just reviewed that. You also do have dual cup holders. And the materials and build quality do follow through back here, which is nice. Still all soft touch back here. Nice stitching as well. And you also do have dual map pockets. However, it's just really tight on legroom and headroom. So with its sleek exterior styling that's unique, its cutting edge technology, and its wide array of powertrains available, the 2017 Infiniti Q60 makes for a very compelling choice for an entry-level luxury coupe. So remember that this is Cameron Birch from Cameron's Car Reviews.